Honorable President Devraj Reddy, ICAI, Honorable Chairman CBDT, Shri Atlesh Jindal ji, Madam Rani Singh Nair, Pragya ji, Andharajan ji, Rajesh Kedia ji, Bhuj ji, and Guru ji, Dr. Girish Ahuja, my council colleague, government nominee Shri Vijay Jhalani ji, Mukesh Kushwaha ji, Rajesh Sharma ji, and NRC Chairman Deepak Garg ji. I would request President to present a bouquet to Honorable CBTT Chairman. I would request DTC Chairman and the organizer of this program, Naveen N.D. Gupta ji, to present a bouquet to Madam. I would request Mukesh Bhai to present a bouquet to Madam Pragya Saxena. Rajesh Bhai, kindly present a bouquet to Guruji. Mukesh Bhai, वही रुको. I would request once again Mukesh Bhai to present a bouquet to Anand Rajan ji.
Nair ji, member L&T Central Board of Direct Taxes, Mrs. Pragya Saxena, JS CBDT, Shri V. Anand Rajan ji, Joint Secretary, CA Rajesh Kumar Bhuj ji, CA Anand Kedia ji, Commissioner of Income Tax, our own President V. M. Rajadev Reddy ji, Vijay Kumar Jalani ji, government nominee, my colleagues in the council, Sanjay Agrawal ji, Mukesh Singh Kushwaha ji, our Guruji in the profession, CA Girish Ahuja ji, Chairman Central, my own brother Rajesh Sharma ji, Chairman NIRC Deepak Garg ji, other colleagues in the council, senior members, friends and colleagues. It's given me great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to this programs, that citizen awareness program that Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is conducting today at more than 100 locations spread at all the major revenue districts of the country. Today program has been conducted in view of the challenge that was given by the government of India. We were called by Nirmala Sitharaman ji to, as communicated as the desire of our Honorable Prime Minister, to disseminate the knowledge about this income disclosure scheme 2016 among the stakeholders. It's a very nice scheme, very nicely drafted scheme, and as partners in nation building, it's our duty to convey the goodies about this scheme and convey the provisions of the scheme. So we are conducting this program, and it has been our endeavor always to capture the concerns of the stakeholders, carry it to the Central Board of Direct Taxes, and whatever are the schemes we convey to the stakeholders. So in line with this direction, this program has been conducted, and we are very much confident that with the pulse of wisdom of the Chairman Central Board of Direct Taxes, members and officers, and our Guruji Girish Ahuja ji, all the doubts that anybody has regarding this scheme would be clarified. So I extend a hearty welcome to all of you to this scheme. Thank you, Sanjay ji.
Thank you, Naveen bhai. Friends, I'll just brief that what will be the process in this. After the presidential address and address by the Chairman CBDT, we'll go to the FM's house, Honorable Shri Arun Jaitley ji, and from there he will relay his message. Thereafter we'll come back here and we'll have the deliberation from Dr. Girish Ahuja ji, and then question answer will come. So this is the brief background. May I request my President ICAI, Shri Devraj Reddy, for his address.
Good evening, friends who are viewing this webcasting. I welcome Shri Atlesh Jindal, Chairman, Central Board of Direct Taxes, Mrs. Rani Singh Nair, Member, Ms. Pragya Saxena, JSTPL1, Shri V. Anand Rajan, JSTPL2, Shri Rajesh Kumar Bhuj, CIT, Sri Anand Kedia, CIT officials from CBDT, and many members are our entire Northern Region Guru Girish Aujat to this historic program on Citizens and Member Awareness Program on Income Declaration Scheme 2016. My compliments to Chairman, Directors Committee Naveen, Sanjay Agarwal, and Vijay Jalani, Mukesh Kushwaha, Rajesh, for making this program a grand success, working with the ministry, working with the different authorities to make a program and coordinating. Nearly 100 members, 100 branches are viewing this program. Sir, more than 15,000 to 20,000 members are viewing this program. All the branches across the country. Yesterday we conducted CA Day celebrations. Today in a continuous process, this income declaration scheme has become one of the main themes for our CA Day celebration. It is going on. Friends, it is our privilege and honor to work with the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Commerce and Industry on this unique scheme, and on behalf of the Institute and profession, I extend you full support to make this scheme successful. This program is being webcasted live across 154 plus branches, CP seminar chapters, attended around 15,000 to 20,000 citizens, including chartered accountants, company secretaries, advocates, cost accountants, members from trade and industry, including Rotary clubs, are attending the program. Our members will surely be inspired by the words of wisdom and guidance of Honorable Finance Minister Arun Jaitley ji. Also, we all will be benefited by the wisdom of our learned speakers. I earnestly urge all my fellow professional colleagues to wholeheartedly work towards making the scheme successful, which will not be a headache for us also in future. Clients have a headache, it is a headache for us. So I request all of you, let us involve fully and help in the economic building of the country as a part of citizens' responsibility. Income declaration scheme is a golden opportunity to clean up mistakes of not paying proper taxes. We will have opportunity to listen our CBDT chairman on this topic of national interest. Our country needs inclusive growth, and taxes should be seen as a small contribution to the national development. I am also happy to share that Girish Oja, generally I used to call living encyclopedia, will also explain the deeper issues in this scheme. I request all of you to join with this government initiative to make the scheme a great success, and we should get good name that we are working, and we should appear as also working. That's why my request, each member, even remote district places also, kindly participate. See that whoever clients are there, caution them where they are not properly admitted the incomes, they should use of future, there will not be any headache. The message that's coming from Ministry was, future there is going to be very serious steps will be taken if any undisclosed income appears. That's why my request, let us educate our clients properly, see that the scheme is going to be a grand success and a part of the nation as our contribution. Thank you one and all.
May I request Rajesh Sharma ji to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody, all the dignitaries here. Friends, I think we chartered accountants, it is a time when the country is growing, when the country is moving forward, and Prime Minister who is working day in and day out. We also have a duty towards the nation, and taking that duty towards the nation, I think we need to guide our client in the best possible way. We need to advise them for the best way in which they can come out in this scheme. They can disclose whatever undisclosed income is there, and we should participate in this in nation building. Thank you.
May I request Mukesh bhai to say a few words.
I appreciate the initiation taken by the Finance Ministry and giving once again good opportunity to come in the mainstream of the nation by declaration their undisclosed income, undisclosed wealth, undisclosed resources, so that nation economy can contribute, grow in a different diversions as concerned, and your this contribution help the country. The way our Prime Minister and further various ministers are working, we should take the lesson. I appeal to all my members of the profession, and I also acknowledge appreciate the chairman Naveen Gupta ji and Sanjay Agrawal ji for organizing this event, and definitely we can make sure on behalf of my members will definitely contribute with the government and CBDT.
Thank you, Mukesh bhai. Our government nominee has promised us that he will see to this that every query is solved. So that is why he said that I don't want to speak. May I request Madam Member Rani Nair ji to say a few words.
Good afternoon. This is my second visit to ICAI, and I can say that, in my nearly 2 years as member CBDT, I've had a very good relationship with the Institute of Chartered Accountants. We have somehow, I think, in these last 2 years, we have set a pattern of collaboration with the professionals so that the policy and the implementation is seamless. Law is something which cannot be made at one point. It always needs clarification, and we have always listened to all the stakeholders, and we have tried to issue FAQs, tried to resolve issues, and I think this is a beginning of a very healthy relationship in administering the income tax law. As far as the income declaration scheme is concerned, we have all heard the Prime Minister, we have all heard the Finance Minister, and we all, I think, around this table feel the need to have a society where taxes are paid. If you want to be part of a developed world, you cannot have tax evasion. You have to have compliant taxpayers, you have to have people who pay their taxes. And this is one scheme. Without much punitive action, we want people to come clean. We have issued 3 sets of FAQs. The government is going out of its way to make this scheme a success, and I look forward to help from all of you. And I want you to tell the taxpayers that unless and until they come clean, there may be harsher and more stringent provisions in the future. So this opportunity should not be wasted. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. May I request Honorable Chairman CBDT, Shri Akhilesh Jindal ji, to say about this scheme and what are the things we are facing.
President ICAI, member LNC CBDT, members of ICAI, officers of TPL division. First of all, I would like to thank ICAI for inviting us to this function. Before I come to the income declaration scheme, I would like to mention that ICAI has maintained high standards of professional excellence over the period of time. Your contribution in the fields of accounting, audit and fiscal laws is very praiseworthy. Now coming to this income declaration scheme, see, the idea behind this scheme is to allow an opportunity to the taxpayers who for some reason were not able to declare their correct income to come clean. We should not confuse that this is not an immunity scheme. So any comparisons with the amnesty schemes which were there in the past are not correct. We have tried to set at rest the various doubts regarding this scheme through a set of 3 FAQs which have been released so far. There were concerns about the confidentiality aspect. This has been clarified. We have vehemently mentioned time and again that absolute confidentiality will be maintained regarding the declarations made. There will be no sharing of information with other departments. This has been clarified in writing also. Another major concern was regarding the source of income. This has also been clarified that in the form which is to be submitted, only the nature of income is required to be mentioned. The purpose why this nature of income is required to be mentioned has also been explained in the FAQ. Even it has been clarified that the source of tax payment will also need not be specified. We have further clarified in the FAQ that any attempt to disclose the hidden income in the regular return for the assessment year 2017-18 will be severely dealt with. As you are aware, onus is on the assessee to substantiate the manner of earning income which has been declared in the return. Such income is to be supported by the entries in the books of accounts. If any false entries are made in the books of accounts, then the concerned taxpayer faces the risk of facing prosecution. I would like to mention that department is very serious about tackling tax evasion. Besides various enforcement measures like search and seizure, surveys, etc., department is also resorting to data mining and business intelligence tools to tackle tax evasion. Project Insight is being implemented in the department, which will make 360-degree profiling of a taxpayer possible. The aim of the department is to make the cost of tax evasion very high. Over the last 2 years, undisclosed income of more than 40,000 crores has been detected as a result of search and seizure operations and surveys. Prosecutions were also launched in 1,220 cases over the period of last 2 years. As you are aware, department has also strengthened the exchange of information mechanism. After signing of joint international agreements with various countries, the automatic exchange of information has become possible. After the signing of FATCA, information inflow from USA has already started. We are scrutinizing the voluminous information received, and effective utilization of this information will be ensured. This information inflow will start from several other countries from the target dates, which are 1/4/2017 and 1/4/2018. You are further aware that annual information return mechanism has also been strengthened. The department will be getting information from more sources and more transactions will be covered now. The processing of this information is being done on computers, and the computer-based verification helps us in widening of tax base as well as the deepening of tax base. So lastly, my appeal to all of you is to take this income declaration scheme in the spirit in which it has been launched, that is to give an opportunity to the taxpayers to come clean. Department has given required clarifications in this regard. Those who are not able to declare the correct income of the past for some reason should come clean by availing this scheme, and we can assure them that no harassment would be caused to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The webcast team is ready for the FM's house. May I request everybody to clap. We have FM with us.
Institute of Chartered Accountants for having organized this interaction on the income disclosure and declaration scheme of 2016. The Government of India for the last few years has been taking several measures in order to improve the tax compliance.
Organize this interaction on the income disclosure and declaration scheme
to people to declare whatever assets they have outside the country which have not been declared, pay additional tax and penalty on them, and become tax compliant. Over 600 assessees made use of that scheme. Thereafter, in this year's budget, I had announced the income declaration scheme of 2016. Whoever is in possession of any domestic income or asset which has escaped attention can today file a declaration during the compliance window from 1st June to the 30th September this year. Once a return is filed, the source of income is not going to be questioned. Whatever disclosures are made are not going to be used for any other collateral purpose or be shared with anyone else. Under Section 138 of the Income Tax Act, assessment proceedings of any assessee are confidential, and that confidentiality will be respected by the government and the CBDT. The effective rate of taxation for those who make this disclosure has become very reasonable, and therefore such an opportunity may not visit the assessee ever in future again, where he will get an opportunity to pay his taxes, a nominal penalty, and convert all his assets to be tax compliant. If we compare India with most emerging economies and developed economies in the world, at 30% for the highest slab plus surcharge, our tax rates are most competitive. Most other economies in the world which are similarly placed have much higher taxation rates. Their taxation base is also much larger. We have every intention to keep taxation at a moderate rate. I have therefore announced that for the future, corporate tax in India is going to be gradually brought down to the level of 25%, so that all companies have surplus incomes which they can reinvest and increase economic activity and employment in the country. But our intention today is that the number of assessees in the country should be increased. Today, the number of people who file their returns and those who come within the TDS network is approximately about 5 crore 40 lakh people. In a large country like India, this figure is somewhat low, and therefore the base has to expand. In order to become tax compliant, it is extremely necessary that nobody should possess any income or asset which is outside the assessment. And therefore, this is a great opportunity for all taxpayers to avail this declaration scheme, pay the tax and the nominal penalty, and become compliant. We have, in the last few months, simplified the procedures significantly. Today, most returns are being filed online, queries are being addressed online, assessment orders and refunds are coming online. The assessees have never seen such a friendly and an easy approach of the taxation department ever. This ease of communicating with the tax department is going to continue. All grey areas which were unclear areas, I think by virtue of the CBDT clarifications and notifications, are now increasingly becoming clearer. For the first time in history, we have taken, as far as the non-compliant taxpayer is concerned, serious actions also. Those who were involved in the Liechtenstein accounts, those who are involved in the HSBC accounts and which were held to be illegal, are now facing prosecutions. Those holding illegal accounts as disclosed in the Panama Papers will also meet the same fate. We have revised our treaty with Mauritius so that there are no such routes available where people get away earning income in India and not paying taxes. So investors and taxpayers are also going to be taxed on the basis of residence-based principles. Similarly, the Cyprus Treaty has also been revisited. It is likely to be approved by the cabinet over the next few days. We are in discussion with Singapore also. What stems out of this is that every income earned in India, unless exempted, would be liable for tax in India. The escape routes against that are now being blocked. But our tax rate will be reasonable. The base has to be much larger, and the tax department has to start trusting the assessee and the taxpayer. It is for this reason that even at the stage of appeals, we have now come out with a dispute resolution mechanism that you can pay the existing amount and only interest, waive off the penalty, and sort out issues which are pending in appeals also. So cumulatively, all these schemes, and in particular the income declaration scheme of 2016, is a great opportunity for taxpayers in India who are in possession of any income which has escaped
Existing amount and only interest, waive off the penalty,
extremely
and
grateful to the
out
Institute of
issues
Chartered
which are-
Accountants, which has lent its full support all.
Thank you, sir, for giving the boost to our Institute of Chartered Accountant and acknowledging us that we are providing. And we assure you from this side, the President has already assured that we'll not leave any stone unturned, and we have promised approximately 500 program, but I am sure that within next month we'll have more than 1,000 program, because we are getting calls from the Income Tax Department also that locally the program should be organized. We have trained up approximately 50 faculties, and those faculties will also come and will also tell us the various queries which are coming from various programs. May I request Dr. Girish Ahuja to take charge of the program, tell us about the various schemes which is they are in this scheme, and the one of the biggest query which is I am getting from every quarter about question number 5. So you are requested to kindly see this, that how we reply to that also.
Good afternoon, friends. You just heard the Honorable Finance Minister, and you must note the few points which he has specified. That over the past 1 year, the grey areas are becoming clearer. Are you noticing this point? Grey areas are becoming clearer. We always had a problem of whether that long-term capital gain on the transfer of share, for surplus on the transfer of share will be treated as a capital gain, or will it be treated as business income? You must have noticed circular number 6 by 2016 recently came 29th February, if I am not wrong, where they have clarified whether it will be treated as a capital gain or long-term capital gain. You have been treating, it is your choice now. Thereafter, another circular came for unlisted shares also. They have said it will be a capital gain and not the business income unless otherwise. They are becoming clearer. You just noticed TCS 206C1D1F were introduced, and lot of problem came up. You must have seen people going on a viral WhatsApp, that even if you have to pay rupees 10,000 in cash in a transaction, you will have to deduct the TDS or TCS, collect the TCS on the whole value of consideration. Suppose you make a sale of 4 lakh and 10,000 rupees is received in cash. The viral, everybody was saying, and they were not saying wrong. If you look up the section, it means that even if you get 1 rupee in cash, the TCS will be 1% of the total value of consideration. Law may have been made, but what a beautiful clarification the department has done. CBDT has become proactive favor of SSC these days. I don't know what has happened. But there is a sudden change. There is a sudden change, for over the 5 months time. What a type of a circular it has come. All doubts have been made clear. Absolutely no difficulty. Yes, if you make a sale of 2 lakh, you receive cash more than 2 lakh for a transaction. Obviously, TCS will have to be collected. But if you have not made a sale of, sale, it is transaction wise, number one. And if the transaction, you receive more than 2 lakh in cash, per transaction we received more than 2 lakh in cash. Now, clarity made, the person sitting in left to me has made a lot of effort in giving that clarification. I will not say because I am not naming it, but what I am trying to say, now that circular which has come has clearly clarified that if you make a sale per transaction wise and you receive cash exceeding 2 lakh, then only TCS provision will be applicable. Cash exceeding rupees 2 lakh. Transaction per transaction, cash exceeding 2 lakh. And that too, when you have to collect the TCS, it has not to be collected on the whole value of consideration, it has to be collected on the cash receipt. We were having lot of difficulties. The whole business, people were having a problem, what kind of a things it has come. Very beautifully settled. The law has not been changed. Beneficial circulars have been given. These beneficial circulars are binding on the department. So there's absolutely nothing to worry. Now you receive cash more than 2 lakh, then only TCS. Another point, you must have noticed that car sale exceeding 10 lakh, you had to collect TCS. There was no exception to anyone. I got a call from a dealer who said we have purchased car worth 300 crore rupees last year by value exceeding 30 lakh, and the tax collected will be 3 crore. From where will I pay TCS because my total income is less than 3 crore in the sale of the car. And there is no system of having a lower rate of tax also which is there in the section 206C. It is not there for that 1F. So what will happen? See to it. It is not there in the law, but they have made it through the beneficial circular saying that if there is a sale from manufacturer to the dealer, there will be no need to collect TCS even if the sale price exceeds 10 lakh, absolutely nothing. So this is a beneficial circular. Law does not say anything. Act does not provide for that. But beneficial circular can definitely be. Why I am using this word? There is a reason for that. You must have noticed the finance minister saying, now the effective rate has become reasonable in the case of income declaration scheme. You could not catch that point. The word uses now the effective rate has become reasonable. What does it mean? Sanjay Agarwal just mentioned to me, the department issued 3 circulars. Circular number 17, circular number 24 and circular number 25. Last circular 25 dated 30th June. If you look into question number 5, what question number 5 says? If you have made a declaration by making valuation according to the income declaration scheme and read with income declaration scheme rules and have paid tax, surcharge and penalty. The question is whether the source of income or the tax or the penalty or surcharge will have to be disclosed. And the answer is no, no. Catch this word. Catch this word. This is why we are saying the rate has become reasonable. Earlier, if you declare an income of 100, you were supposed to pay tax at the rate of 45. Carry home was only 55. Only 55. Now declare an income of rupees 100. Pay tax 45. You are not going to be asked the source of that payment of tax, surcharge and penalty. So what will be the effective rate? Total 145, tax on 145, 45 paid by you. Net carry 100. So what is the tax rate? 45 divided by 145 multiplied by 100, 31%. 31%, please note the word 31%. And now if you declare income more than 1 crore, the tax rate is 35.65% in case of an individual because of 30% tax, 15% surcharge and 3% cess. I can't imagine such a wonderful thing which has come. The effective rate, please, now is 31%. अगर अब भी declare नहीं करेंगे, तो फिर you are losing your chance. This is the only time you can do whatever you feel. 30 is the maximum rate. Even if I declare today, you have to pay much more than what you will pay according to this scheme. So please catch that point. Circular is 25 and question number is 5. Another very good question number 4. Whether TDS credit will be given to you if on that income TDS has been deducted. Please read the answer. You'll appreciate you are going to get the benefit of that also. If the TDS has been deducted on that, the credit will be given to you on account of that income. People are saying, why should we show this income? We will show it in the current year. And the current year rate is 30%. You are mistaken. You have not read section 197C properly. You have not read section 197B also. I'm trying to tell you, you are going to have tough time. Have you read para 159, 160 and 161 of the budget speech of the finance minister? You know, what word he has used? Finance minister, para 159 budget speech. We are moving towards lower tax regime with non-litigious approach. Thus, where compliant taxpayer can expect supportive interface with the department, but tax evasion will be countered strongly. This is the word he has used, will be countered strongly. Department has become capable of accessing the information, and the availability of technical driven tools will enable them to process that information. So department has just now, the chairman has said that we have now lot of information available with them. Every information is going to them. They are not using it, it is a different matter, because volume of information is there, it takes time to use that information. They have information with them, but they are not using it. That's why the finance minister said, we are giving you one-time opportunity now. He said, the chairman said it is not an amnesty scheme. What else is this? This is more or less an amnesty scheme. Pay 31% and forget about it. This is more or less, they can't use the word. I can use the word, it is an amnesty scheme. Yeah, I agree. In amnesty scheme, you normally don't have a penalty. Here you have a penalty, you have a surcharge, you have anything. It doesn't matter. But what exactly is this? This is a scheme where you just have to pay 31%. You have not to pay. You know what if you are caught otherwise. No, what people are worried. There is one point where everyone is worried. The worry is, suppose I make a declaration. And yes, immunity is given by the income tax department, immunity is given for the wealth tax. But what will happen in the case of service tax? If I am, because now there is a comprehensive, there is only negative list or exemption there. Otherwise, it is a comprehensive approach to the service tax. What will happen to, if I am a manufacturer, the liability of excise duty? Because there is no immunity from the excise department or the service tax department. The immunity is only in the income tax. What will happen if I show that income and they will say, where from this income has been earned? It must be from the services rendered, because services, any amount of services are covered. Very easy way of handling that situation. Very easy way of handling that situation. You know that the service tax, old cases of service tax can be opened for a maximum of 5 years. Even in the case of excise duties, the maximum is 5 years. Why do you want to show income of these 5 years? Show income prior to 5 years. Prior to 5 years, maybe 6 years back, 7 years back, 8 years back. You have earned that income. No question will be asked from service tax because it is more than 75 years. No question can be asked from excise department also, more than 5 years. And no question is being asked by the income tax department. They are saying that no, this information will not be shared. We will not even share with our own department this information. This is the word which is used in question number 1. in this circular number 25. The very first question says it will not even be shared with the income tax department. What to talk about other departments? So there is a golden opportunity. Come out. Even if you have purchased any asset, maybe in 2012, maybe in 2013, maybe in 2014, why you want to show that you have earned in 2012 or 2013? Show that the income was earned way back in 2006, 2005, 2007, and that money has been invested in the purchase of the house property now. So there is no question of any problem under service tax. There is no question of any problem under excise. There is absolutely no problem in that case. Because you have to plan out in such a manner. Please tell your clients. Please tell your clients, this is the golden opportunity, let me tell you. They have given you complete exemption. Absolutely no problem. Another point we were wondering. Suppose you don't want to show this. And you would like to say that, well, I have purchased the property in 2012 and somebody, they are able to locate that now. You know 197, what does it say? Where any income has accrued, arisen or received. Accrued, arisen or received, or any asset has been acquired out of such income and no declaration is made by the SSC of that income. Then such income which has what you call accrued, arisen or received shall be deemed to have been received, or the value of the asset acquired of such income shall be deemed to have been acquired in the previous year in which the notice under 142, 143(2), 148, 153A or 153C is given. You are not catching the point. You have said what will happen then? The point is if it is a house property. Now the question is they will treat it as a current income. But they will also say that you acquired that house property in 2012. What about the income from that house property? In the house property there is a question of deemed to be let out. Deemed to be let out. That means that property you must have earned the income. And then what about the wealth tax? People are saying wealth tax is gone. Who says wealth tax is gone? No. 6-year cases can be reopened. Wealth tax has gone from assessment year 16, 17. What about 15, 16, 14, 15, 13, 14, 12, 11, 11, 12? The tax rate, wealth tax is 1%. The penalty will be 5 times, 6%. 6% multiplied by 5 years. 30% will be the wealth tax liability on that, plus the income tax liability, and plus the current year liability of showing it as an income. Sir, we are going to have tough time. We are going to have time. This is an opportunity, one-time opportunity given. This one-time opportunity given to us. To us means for our clients. I'm not saying you, it is our clients. The clients won't tell you. Now please, we'll have to educate our clients that this is the right time to declare it. The people were approaching me. The people approached me. Oh, 45 is very heavy, very heavy, heavy. If it is 30%, I will do it. Many approached me. I said, now it is 30%. Now it is 30%, please pay. And they will have to pay it. And this is the right time to pay it. And if you don't want to pay 30%, then when will you pay? Even today, if you pay it is 30%, and there will be a, what you call, penalty under section 278 will be 200% for the misreporting. You are going to have a tough time after this. You know what they have said in the speech on the 161? We are committed to remove the black money from the economy. We are committed. Having given one chance to you, if you move from non-tax compliant to the tax compliant category. Otherwise, those persons with black money will be booked. This is the 161 paragraph. If you read, this is the language which has been used by the finance minister. I'm telling you, the government is considering many things. The government has come out with beautiful clarifications through circulars number 17, circular number 24, and circular number 25. I think most of the problems have been solved. Most of the problem, even that problem which was coming up, suppose I have a land which is acquired 20 years back, a building has been constructed only 5 years back, and building money has been not disclosed, but the land money has been disclosed. They have said, very good, don't worry about that. Do one thing, calculate the value as on 1st June, then proportionate amount of the land value can be deducted, and you pay tax only on the current money of the building. And let me tell you, there is no increase in the structure cost. basically the increase in the land value. And the land value is your old if it is declared. Then if you declare your building cost, absolutely nothing going to work. And second point, some people are worried that is 1/6/2005, I purchased the property for 2 crore, today price is 10 crore, and then they are charging tax on 10 crore. But wait a minute, there is a section 49(5) which has been also brought in, that you will be given the benefit of that 2 to 10 crore, the cost will be treated as for further purposes 10 crore, meaning thereby indexation type, only thing is instead of paying 20%, you are going to pay 30% on that increase. Otherwise 20% you are supposed to pay. How much is the otherwise indexation? Is it from 100, it might have gone to 150%. Here it is 500%. So you are paying a tax on a property. And wait a minute, that Benami law, in a Benami project, what is going to happen thereafter? You have been asked, even if it is held in Benami name, you can declare that and get it transferred. Yes, there is one point. You get it transferred within 1 year in your name. But there are so many properties held in the name of Benami. May not be house properties, but lands, agricultural land. And so many lands are held in Benami name. And then if you have that problem, this is the time. This is the time where you can get that land transferred in your name. You can get your property back, which is subject to so much of risk. So Benami also they have covered. So there is no, actually there is not going to be any problem in that case also. You have, what I am trying to explain, whatever type of asset you have, might have been purchased 1 year back, 2 years back, 3 years back, you know that the value has to be shown on 1st June. But source of that income may not be shown in these first 6 years, may be shown prior to 6 years. So you will not have any difficulty under any law. You will not have any difficulty under any law. So please be careful that this is a right moment. There was one more point which I was all the time worried what to do with that. Suppose I have purchased a property for 3 crores, amount invested, disclosed income 2 crore, undisclosed income 1 crore. What will happen now? 3 crore. They say, okay, you calculate the value today, 2/6, 2/3, ignore it, 1/3 you have to pay the tax on that. But wait a minute, on 1/3, the indexation will be done from the 1st June. But on 2/3, the indexation of the same year will continue to be there. So there will be absolutely no problem in the old one, the one which you have declared. The indexation of that part, the clarity is not there, but I am telling you, they cannot touch that one which has been declared, and there is going to be indexation of that part of 2 crore from that date and 1 crore, which is the new value. Whatever the new value it arrives at, from 1 crore, it might have gone to 3 crore. From 1st of June, you can go for indexation of that also. Yes, very clearly they have pointed out the period of holding of that will be considered from 1st June and not from the back date. But only for that portion, only for that portion. But at the old one, the period of holding will have to be the old one. So what I am trying to explain, there are many issues which you may be having in your mind. But after reading into the clarifications, my all issues have been settled. I have made a request, and that request is, I said there may be a liquidity problem we may have, because you have to pay tax by 30th of November, and it will not quite possible that we are not able to manage it. We have made a request. Now the CBDT is there to look into that. We have made a request that if you can make installments, let us pay 20% or 25% in first installment, and the balance may be paid in another 4 installments by 31st March, so that you don't have any problem for that also, and the liquidity problem will also be. By paying 20-25, we are already committed. We have given you you give us a provisional acceptance, because 25% means we have declared everything. We have given to you the whole declaration. So you have got the money 20% immediately. Another 4 months time we have committed, we will pay the money to you. So therefore the liquidity problem will also be solved. We have made a request. Let's see, the chairman is also here, member board is also here, the other persons are also here at FM. They also will talk to the FM. I think that is a reasonable type of a demand which we are making. If it is possible, they can look into that. But I'm assuring you, this normally I criticize. Normally I criticize. Wherever budget comes, I criticize. I am in the habit of criticizing because I find out loopholes. But you have to have a balanced approach. If it is correct, if it is right, How can I criticize? I criticized it beforehand. But after the clarifications have been given, beneficial circulars have been given, there is no scope left for criticism. Now the 45% is not there. If I don't pay on, after 10 lakh, every person has to pay 30%. The saving is only 1,70,000. If the first three slab in 2,50,000 plus this, only 1,70,000. When you are declaring 2 crore, 3 crore, 4 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore, 100 crore, what is 1,70,000 in that? Somebody was saying, please have a slab rate. Or what is slab rate there? Slab rate benefit is only up to 110 lakh. And how much amount it works out to? 1,70,000 maximum. Talking about of crores, and 1,70,000 is a peanut. So don't think that the rate you should go for black. अगर आप इस बात नहीं करेंगे, तो फिर तो बेईमानी होगा वो जो नहीं मानता. I am telling you, this is the time you should go for, and you should tell your clients, please go for this scheme. Another very good scheme, they have also come, dispute resolution scheme. That also is a wonderful scheme. There also the disputes will be resolved. You don't have to pay any penalty if it is not more than 10 lakh, only interest and the principal amount, tax has to be paid. And if it is more than 10 lakh, 25% penalty, the matter is over. ठीक है, our work will go down because litigation problem will come down, but don't worry about that. We are always in favor of the client. We always want the client should be happy. If the client is happy, we are also happy. So we'll get a lot of work. There is absolutely no worry to that. But I'm assuring you, this is a wonderful scheme. This is the last time opportunity. The PM has also made a request on Man Ki Baat. You must have seen that. He has made a request. And पहले request ही की जाती है. And if you don't agree, what will happen thereafter, everyone knows. Or you always make a request in the beginning. Kindly come with a clean hand. And if you don't come with a clean hand, you are going to have very, very tough time. Assuring you are going to have very, very tough time afterward. Because 30% tax, and if you don't want to pay 31%, then nobody is in. Then he doesn't want to become honest at all. And this is the right time. Please do that. And if you have queries, I'm here.
Guruji,
any number of queries you have,
I'm
most
getting
welcome.
SMS that you should explain section-wise few.
Very simple, section-wise. There are 181 to 199 sections which have been given. With there are 4 rules, but the rules are only 2. Rule number 3 and rule number 4. Rule number 3 is for valuation. Rule number 4 is the procedural matter. Very simple. You read it yourself. Do I have to explain to the chartered accountant? You want me to explain to the chartered accountant how to read the rules?
This webcast will be available for all business people also.
Sir, business people must know their chartered accountant. They should go to your chartered accountant to explain that. Why should we tell business people what is the system? This is for our own chartered accountant. I'm explaining to them. Is the most procedural. It is very easy. We are requesting one more thing. Kindly have a separate challan for that. Like in the income disclosure scheme, we had a pink challan, if I remember. Please have a separate challan. And something more, instruct the bank to take the take the tax in cash also. That we are making a request also, another request we are making, because there is another point which the chairman has said, AIR, Annual Information Return. They have lot of information in annual information return. But my request is that if this money which we are declaring will go to the bank, and once it goes to the bank, the problem will annual information return scheme, they will always ask where from that money has come. Please see to it, the scrutinies are not done for those years, particularly for that period, this particular period where we have to deposit is, because that money is being deposited on account of the declaration which we are going to make. Nobody should be harassed because if there is a cash, it has to be deposited in the bank. You can't, or you have to invest it somewhere, and now investment in cash is not possible, not even in property. It has to be by more than 20,000 by check. So everything is moving to, the law has become very strict. Let me tell you, all sites have been closed. No chance of making any black money in future. I have been told you, those entry business is gone. I'm telling you, it is not possible now to make any money. It is best way to pay tax and have a good sleep. I'm telling you, pay your taxes past years. Future, I'm telling you, they are also becoming very simple. Pay your taxes and have, you can't say that people don't have money. The parallel economy is there. Now they are getting an opportunity. Everybody was approaching all these days, everybody was saying if they take 30% and don't ask us a source, we are ready to pay. So now they have said that. If you are ready to pay, pay that. We are not asking your source. We are not asking anything. We are not giving you full immunity. No prosecution, nothing. Even Veltex gone. So this is the right time to come clean, pay your taxes. I am assuring you the future is bright for the country, and the promise which the government has made that they are going to have a low tax regime will definitely be there. Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. I think some of the point Madam Rani Nair want to say a few words. Then I will move toward the various questions which have been sent by various members.
Dr. Ahuja, you praised the department, so thank you. And it's always good that, when someone challenges us, then we do better and we clarify. So when you made 2-3 requests, I thought, let me clarify it here. Regarding a separate challan, there will be a separate challan, 286. And I don't know about the color, but we will have it for corporate and non-corporate assessees. The same challan, you just have to tick it, and the minor head will be there. Regarding the second issue of confidentiality, I think I can share with you that we will be coming out with a notification under section 138(2) that we will not share this information with any agency. So, apart from what we have said verbally and in our FAQs, you will now have a legal notification regarding confidentiality. And lastly, regarding indexation, well, we will take your request back to the government and we will see how that goes. But then let us start the ball rolling with the payments, only then we can say that we need to do a installment plan. Now the separate questions the JS will answer.